window got shot up right here with the shotgun.
This is how easy you get alcohol in this watch.
Hey, can I get two?
2 water bottles?
Yeah. In the nighttime, it's when it's scary.
So when the sun goes down, we should get out of here?
Yeah. Everyone comes out.
It isn't unusual at all to hear gunshots in some areas of the Pine Ridge Reservation.
We're seeing an all-time high of violence and drug trafficking like we've never seen before.
Have you had to use that before?
Yup.
On a person?
Yup.
I probably can't ask any more questions than that, huh?
No.
So tell me about the process of flipping this into pints. How does that work?
1 water bottle will equal up to this much.
So we're okay.
What would you say, 20 for at least one?
No, thank you. Do you hear me? On this channel, we've traveled far and wide to the roughest places in the United States. Of all the places we've gone, Pine Ridge Reservation may very well be the roughest place we've ever been. The stats here paint a remarkably bleak picture. Here, there's a 90% unemployment rate, there's an 80% rate of alcoholism, a 70% high school dropout rate, and nearly half the population has diabetes. There are no banks, no motels, no movie theaters, and there's only one moderately sized grocery store to support a population of nearly 20,000 people that stretched across 3,500 square miles. On this reservation, a third of the homes have no electricity or a basic water and sewage system. The utter lack of industry and commercial activity leave the residents almost no options for employment. With an average annual per capita income of $3,000, this is the poorest place in America. And despite this, you find people here that are striving to make a difference. There's a skate park that promotes sober living and gives the kids a safe place to go. There's a principal that wants to show her students love and support. There's people battling to preserve the culture and teach the kid their native tongue and traditions. It's a place with great challenges, but it also has a lot of resilience and character. Today, we cover the yin and yang of Pine Ridge, we examine history to see how these conditions came to be, and we talk to community leaders to see what the way forward is. Let's get started. Folks, we are on the outskirts of the Pine Ridge Reservation, one of the most notorious reservations in the country. It feels like we're on another planet. We just passed through the beautiful remote Badlands, and now we're in this rural hill country. This was ground zero for some of the Native American struggle against the US government. This is a place that still has a lot of roots into their history. They still speak Lakota. They still have sun dances. They still have a lot of the ceremonies that have guided their culture for years. But as you can see, 2 ambulances passing by. This is also a place that struggles with a lot. Alcohol addiction, meth addiction, high rates of diabetes and obesity. This is arguably the most impoverished place in the country. Incarceration, somewhere between 7 out of 10 men get incarcerated around here. There's a lot of cyclical things at work. The relationship between these folks and the US government is a treacherous one, full of betrayal, full of just dirty tricks. It's an ugly part of American history. A recommended reading for today's episode is Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee. So without further ado, folks, this is gonna be a wild ride. This, folks, is the Pine Ridge Reservation.
I'm Oglala Lakota. I'm the founder of the Mothers Against Meth Alliance.
Is meth still big out here, or has fentanyl replaced it?
We do have fentanyl. We had a few deaths from fentanyl. I do harm reduction here, which is illegal as for me to have clean needles. They said they'll charge me with dangerous drug paraphernalia.
The local PD?
Yeah. A few years back, we had a young girl who was gunned down on Main Street up here, and that was like probably my 3rd year fighting meth. Everything I do, I pray about, and what came to me was need to start patrolling the streets. I've been doing this for 10 years now.
How bad is meth in the area?
Meth is horrible here.
Like what % of people would you say are on meth?
90. I'm building a detox, a grassroots. Our build date is June 1st.
Beautiful.
And it's going to be a healing center. We're going to build a food forest. We're going to have a safe house for young people escaping drug addiction.
This is in the middle of nowhere. How do you think meth makes it into the community?
We have Denver, Rapid City's a big pickup place. We have cartels who are infiltrated in here. On our
Mexican
list.
cartel?
Yeah.
I've heard rumors or whispers that Mexican cartels also involved in trafficking of Native women.
Of course they are. The Interstate I-90 and I-29, those are major vessels for sex trafficking. Because I fight meth, sex trafficking is a big part of my program.
They go hand
also.
in hand. If we wanted to find meth, how hard is it to find around here?
One of the street people will probably be walking and you just ask them and they'll find it for you.
How much do I need to buy a hit of meth?
$10.
On a daily basis, what do you see while you're on patrol? Like, do you have to revive people? Do you have to call ambulances for
Sometimes
people?
I do. Last night, one of our unhoused relatives started having a seizure, so I had to get out and call the ambulance and sit with him till the ambulance came. Sometimes I find a gang fight, sometimes I find people getting beat up, sometimes I find sex traffickers and I chase them out of town.
And they're mostly Mexican guys?
No, this one comes from Nebraska.
Is he a native man?
No, he's a black man.
So if I see a black guy around here, does he have native blood in him? Or?
If he's a local, he's half indigenous. For the kids, a lot of kids come down here after school and play. I just gotta make sure. Then if I see meth dealers, I'll beat them up.
What can you fellas tell us about the area?
It was rough growing up.
It looks like it could be fun, but it also looks like it has some sketchy spots too.
There's a bunch of sketchy people, a bunch of like missing women going on, some kids.
Does everyone know about the missing women?
Yeah,
That's no
yeah.
secret around here.
No.
The Rapid City Police Department is asking for your help finding 26-year-old Michelle Elbow Shield. Pine Ridge woman has been missing since mid-December.
Remains of Shayna L., the young man afraid of his horses, were found last night on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation.
I just went to a conference this morning in Rapid City about missing women. They said, oh, it's MMIW. I didn't know what that was, but that's a commonly known thing around here. Where are these women going? Are they getting killed? Are they getting trafficked?
Getting trafficked, killed, everything.
I just heard from Mother Jules. I don't know if you've talked to her before. That's your grandma?
Yeah.
Apparently cartel has some roots in here.
Yep, there's rumors of the cartel being here.
We were just talking about some of the trafficking that's going on. We were at a conference this morning about missing women. Everyone knows about that? Everyone's heard about that? That's sketchy as
common.
Who is taking them out? Is it their boyfriends? Is it their husbands? Is it random people?
Could be random people, could be the boyfriend. Just
Is domestic violence high around here?
it's very high.
Is it just men hitting the women, or do the women hit the men too?
Both.
That's a tough way to have a relationship.
It really is. I can't lie.
It's kind of normal around here. I try not to be that way though.
We as men are supposed to be the protectors.
Yeah.
And if we're the
That's what
ones
we're-
terrorizing our own family, that's not the best path. What was it like growing up here, fellas?
It wasn't bad. It was
But
like
it's kind of rough as well because the environment kind of bad because the alcohol and the drugs and there's nothing to do around here.
you just get it so easy.
I see you have someone on your shirt. Tell me about that.
My big cousin, he died from cancer.
How old was he?
22.
Do you know how he got it?
You don't really go to the hospital here if you don't want it.
Is there a solid hospital in town?
No.
They
Is it
give you
like-
some painkillers until you just
He's gone.
go on.
Did you guys ever go
That's what I
hiking in the
need.
Badlands?
Nah, I go hunting out there. We go out there here and there. Shoot some guns off.
You know, Blakes and shit.
Are you kind of the cowboy of the crew?
Yeah. You ever heard of Indian Relay?
No, what's that? Oh, I
It's
see
really
you're a
popular.
champion
It's
too. I
really
see on your belt
popular.
buckle you're a champion.
Yeah, it's like relay, but on the back of the horse.
Horse
Horse
racing
racing.
with no saddle.
Yeah.
Tough son of a gun.
What was the pay for the championship last year? Quarter of a mil.
I see Indian relay. Is Indian still a word that someone can use, or is that like don't? That's offensive or don't
It's
say
not
it?
offensive. I don't take it offensive.
Okay. So if someone says an Indian reservation, that's not like beat the shit out of that guy?
No.
I think one thing you're gonna notice here is the Oakland Raider logo everywhere you go. So I wonder if there's some like Chicano, Cholo vibes going on. And like even the guy that pulled up with the bandana and the Loke sunglasses, I instantly felt kind of like Mexican gangster guy. Shane just got out of the joint. He's back in time for a visit, so I'm happy that he's joining us. Those are dogs roaming around.
Yeah, they're going packs here. They're deadly.
Are they friendly?
No, they will attack you and they will kick you to the ground. It's
Really?
crazy, yeah.
Have you ever been attacked by a dog?
I have.
More than once?
More than once.
Holy shit.
I've been in and out of prison all my life. I got into the federal system when I was 14.
That's young.
Went on to a boys ranch till I was 18, on to federal juvenile prison till I was 21.
What was the boys ranch like?
It got me a high school diploma, a boxing club. It pushed me in a good direction, but coming back to surroundings like this at a young age and being vulnerable, it was easy to get sucked right back in. Coming back to that, gang banging.
Am I allowed to ask if you were TBZ?
Yeah, I'm TBZ.
That was the most powerful gang in the area for a
Yeah,
long
yes,
time,
it
right?
was.
Is it still around as
It's-
much as it used to
They're
be?
still around in the state prisons, federal prisons, here.
Is TBZ mostly older guys or are there young cats in it now?
That's generational.
Everywhere I go right now, I find that the 14-year-old kids, 15-year-old kids are doing the most crazy shit.
Crazy, the guns, kids packing guns, regular murders. Back then there was some, but it wasn't like it is today. But again, it comes back to how they're raised, no role models, and look where we live, where we have
Yeah.
to grow up.
We are at one of the homeless shelters in Pine Ridge, South Dakota right now.
Is homelessness something that's been growing over time here? Or is it staying
Honestly,
steady?
It's been here ever since I was growing up. I always seen homeless people.
And now what we see is an influx of more younger people turn into these ways. It's the opportunities we don't have here, the assistance.
I live here. I'm part of the homeless community. Out here in the reservation, they don't have a lot of jobs, so...
What are the job opportunities for someone out here?
The small local restaurants.
Has it been like this as long as you can remember, or is this recently that something has changed?
That's something that's been in the making. The tribe is holding us back.
How so?
We have industries that would like to come in and build in our area, but the tribe wants to always have their hands in their pockets.
So they want to tax them too heavy.
They want to say, hey, I want the tribe's name to be on it. Everything has to be the tribe, the tribe, the tribe. These industries don't want that.
What do you think the unemployment rate is in the area?
It's in the red zone. This is some of the beadwork that I'm doing today. It's something that I do in order to support myself.
We've also heard that there's a high concentration of meth in the area. If you were to point at 10 people, how many of them do you think are involved with meth?
Majority of the people. Or they have no support for transgender community.
What do you do in the winter if you're homeless around?
Would bundle up. We would walk around this area and follow footprints. We would look for older people that drink and that use. Their bodies are so intoxicated that they don't realize that they're cold. They'll fall asleep.
And they can freeze to death.
This past winter, we lost quite a few people to freezing to death outside.
Sorry to hear that. Alcoholism is one of the strongest forces working against the people of Pine Ridge. The bottle has wreaked so much havoc here that it's been referred to as a liquid genocide. Pine Ridge is actually a dry county, meaning that alcohol here is illegal. However, it's easy to find. You can find a bootlegger anywhere you look. Alcohol-fueled crimes fill the reservation jails, with DUIs, domestic violence, fights, murder, and bootlegging being commonplace. The relentless tide of alcohol sweeps away the years, leaving Pine Ridge residents with some of the shortest lifespans in the Western Hemisphere, second to only Haiti. So proportionally, Pine Ridge's alcohol issue makes San Francisco's fentanyl problem look like child's play. The kids wanted to show us how easy it was to get bootlegged alcohol in the area. So they grabbed their GoPro, they went on a mission, and this is what happened next.
Alright, we're gonna show you how easy to get.
This is how easy you get alcohol in this. Watch, hold on.
Watch.
What do you got?
We got $20. We got
$20. We'll get some alcohol. What? Boys, let's roll out.
Alright, let's go. Mission Impossible.
Hey, can I get two
water bottles?
Yeah.
How you doing? How's your dad doing?
He's alright.
Alrighty then. You guys have a good one.
Look at that. That's straight alcohol, nigga. Big John, that's how easy it is in this reservation to get some alcohol. He just walked up in that as you've seen. So much bootlegs around.
We call light skinned.
Grandma's just in there though.
All blank and shit.
One of them was sitting on the couch all blank.
Let's go!
What are people mixing alcohol with? What have you guys seen so far?
Antifreeze, hand
Antifreeze that you put in a
sanitizer.
car windshield wiper?
Yeah.
They
hand
mix that with
sanitizer,
alcohol.
Yep.
Does that actually get you drunk, or is it just to stretch it?
It just f***s up your stomach, bro.
I would imagine someone would feel miserable after drinking that.
I know one story of this girl who bought one and she died off it.
Why antifreeze? Of all things you can mix it with.
Just for that extra buck.
They're just trying to stretch it.
Yeah.
Do you get drunk off a hand sanitizer?
Yeah.
Over the years, what have you seen as far as what people mix into the alcohol?
Back then it was half pints of Lord Calvert. This new vodka craze is killing our people. It's the lowest grade alcohol you could get. Mix that with the stuff that they're putting in to sell it.
Is that creating a wicked hangover for people?
Hangover, I talked to a lady at IHS, people coming in with poisoning from all the stuff they're putting into these drinks just to stretch it.
There used to be one of the biggest liquor stores in the country around here in Nebraska, right?
Like Clave, Nebraska, 2 miles from here. Every building was a bar. They made millions on this reservation.
Because this is a dry area, right?
Right.
The loophole was a place 2 miles away across state lines, sold all the liquor.
And it was good and it was bad, because now you got people traveling on these highways to go get their liquor, which makes the highways more dangerous.
Because people are driving drunk. They're not waiting home to drink it, they're drinking on the way home.
At some point there was a lawsuit from our tribe, the Oglala tribe, who shut it down. Now it's like a ghost town up there.
Have you ever been in a shootout?
Yes. In my days it was territorial. Spent a lot of time in Northside, Rapid City. I'm lucky to be sitting here today talking with you guys and in one piece.
Has anyone ever been shot at here?
I've been grazed on the leg right here.
What was that like?
It was just a little drive-by, but I mean, that's just normal around here. It's just an another day.
We're already back from their mission.
Yep.
This kid wanted to show us how easy it is to access alcohol here. Can I sniff that shit? Here. So,
is that a ski?
Yeah, we went out to shoot first.
Make sure it's real.
Check it, she probably knows.
Alcohol.
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
smells like shitty vodka. How much did this cost?
$10, 20 for both.
Someone that's really into alcohol, how long does that last them?
Like
a couple hours.
Does everyone here have someone in their family that's been hit by alcohol? Like addicted to alcohol?
Everyone. Straight out the jug.
This is for educational purposes only. Yeah, I'm good on that.
Yeah.
So that's bootleg alcohol. How enforced is bootleg alcohol around here? Will a cop bust it?
Yeah.
Is it risky to sell bootleg alcohol?
Yeah.
That shit is making my whole mouth buzz. If I'm trying to recover from being addicted to alcohol, is there any resources around here?
There's a meeting spot over there.
How many people around here you think are sober from everything? Just completely living sober?
25, 50% maybe.
I'd say less than like 15%.
The res is like literally only 20, maybe not even 15% of the res has jobs around here. The rest of the 80% of people don't have jobs around here. Selling drugs and alcohol be the main source of money flow around here. People.
So do you think a lot of the reason why meth and alcohol is so heavy here is just economics? If there was better things to be doing, people wouldn't be doing it?
If there was more jobs, and then if we had addiction centers and everything, it would be more helpful, but we don't have those like right offhand where someone can just go check themselves in.
Do you have any stories of growing up on the res that can give people a picture of what life is like here?
The way I grew up was more like traditional and stuff like that, where you go and go to like the powwows and fun dances and stuff like that. Like there's a good amount of people that are sober, are getting sober, you know, so.
I notice a lot of people just walking down the street and kind of just trekking. Is that common around here?
Yeah, that's very common.
That's very common.
Someone walking right there.
Where do you think he's trying to walk to?
Probably trying to go to the store, buy a blunt wrap.
How strong is the police force around here?
It's strong, but they take a while to respond.
If I break my leg or my grandma gets shot, how long are they going to take to show up?
About 30 minutes.
Ain't there only like 5 cops around here? Something like that.
Is TBZ big in the younger generation?
It is big down here, it was.
What's the average age around here, like 18 to 20?
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do with yourselves?
I just want to make money.
It is a hard place to make a bag.
Depends on what you're doing.
How much you got to have in a bank account to be like, I'm rich?
1,000 at least.
Look at this guy with the, what, do you go to Johnny Dane's or something? If you don't mind me asking you, how much did that run you?
Stole it.
You stole it?
I ain't gonna lie.
This is the Wi-Fi building?
Yeah, you go in there, get on computers.
The Midwest is a little bit like it too, but it's almost like this place is like 20 years back in time.
40 years back in time. This is whack.
I've been to some reservations where people get monthly draw from the tribal government. Does that happen around here?
Some people do, not all of us though.
There's first of the month check, $200.
Who qualifies for that?
Pretty much everybody. There's tribal funds that's allocated from the government.
Is housing given to you? Do you have to pay for it? How does that work?
Each tribal member is allotted 2.5 acres. The majority of people own a mobile home and set it down on their property and do the best they can to try to fix it. Actually, this is my grandmother's house who died some years back. A lot of good memories here. This shows how the home could have been reused for somebody else, but resources here are limited. Actually, right now, our housing authority is going out of business, mismanagement of funds. Now they can't remodel these houses. They won't be able to do for X amount of years. Some houses, 5-6 families living in one house.
What can you buy a house for around here?
8
to 10 grand. Do I have to come up with that money, or does the GA help me with that?
You gotta come up with that.
Well, that's my mom right there.
How is it raising boys around here?
It's hard.
You got any stories to illustrate what it's like being a mom around here?
These kids have nothing to do. So what else are they gonna do is find something to do to get in trouble.
For a kid leaving high school, like what are the most common jobs people do around here?
Grocery store.
Especially the younger generations, like that's not too glamorous. I would rather be a hustler or something like that.
Exactly.
We were just at a conference earlier today for missing and murdered indigenous women. Is that something that's widely known in the area?
Very wide. I think they run away from their families because there's basically 20 people living in homes, you know, and there's like so much things that probably go on in that home.
So they run and then they get caught in situations that are tough?
Yeah.
Has there been a situation where you ever had to call the cops?
All the time. There used to be a meth trailer right back there. This trailer's abandoned back here. I have grandkids. I have her and I have him. And they just party and loud, so we gotta call the cops, but they never come.
You want to take us to the trailer that you guys have the meth heads that are trying to take over?
We go over there. I used to be over here a lot because this was my cousin's crib, like I said. I remember sitting on them couches whenever I was like 6 and 5.
How many of these do you think there are in the area?
This window got shot up right here with the shotgun.
What was the beef about?
Stupid shit, honestly. I mean, we never was really trying to beef, but everyone's all trying to be gangster and shit.
How long has this place been abandoned like this?
3 years, 4 years.
And who used to live here before?
Most times it was kids because the parents would leave them here, you know what I mean? Parents would go and get drunk. I remember that because that was my cousin that would take care of his little brothers and sisters, you know what I mean?
Someone died back here?
Yeah, I said they remember?
And this is her memorial. Rest in peace. That's sad, man. How old was she?
She was a little older. She was an auntie.
Did you guys have a dream job in mind?
I want to be an auto mechanic. I'm really good at turning bolts.
Same thing he does. An auto mechanic.
I was thinking mechanic.
If I had a magic wand, I'd get rid of most of these meth heads and most of the meth dealers because that's where everything's going wrong.
Fentanyl's creeped into the area?
No, that's bad out here. It's really bad. Everyone dies off that shit. This ain't safe.
No.
In the nighttime, it's when it's scary here.
Yeah?
The most dangerous.
So when the sun goes down, we should get out of here?
Yeah. Everyone comes out.
What's bigger here, meth or alcohol?
It's equal.
Are people doing meth and alcohol?
Yeah.
That's a scary combo, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just saw the Raiders logo on that car. And also, like, I can tell by like the bandana and the glasses, I feel like there's a little bit of like almost Southern California culture mixed in here.
Nah, they're bro, very heavy.
Yeah? Did anyone kind of dress like a cholo around here in the summer? Like the high socks?
Nah.
You ever heard the higher the socks, the downer the food?
Yeah, of course.
Is this the main hub of the town?
This is the East Ridge, North Ridge.
Are you guys cool with them? If you guys aren't cool with this side of town, then let's go to the side of town you are cool with.
Oh, when I tell you these little youngins, they really be out here.
Swear to God, got big ass drakes, everything. How do guns get to the res?
From Denver, for real.
They're just around. I don't know.
And what does a pistol go for around here? About
3, 4. If it's stolen, 250 maybe. I mean, depends on the size.
I gotta wear one of these. I'm still doing time in federal prison under new drug laws that came into effect.
What was your last bid for?
Distribution of methamphetamine. Last bid was for cocaine distribution.
What got you to selling meth?
Since I was young, starting all of these guys, the lifestyle that I idolized, everything that come with it. It's not worth it. Doing so much time with family. I'm 47 years old today. I spent over half my life in prison.
Now we're rolling to an indoor skate park.
We're at Ground Control, Lakota Skateboarding.
Welcome to Ground Control, bro.
This is a cool spot.
Me and the skaters built this place.
What's the mission of this spot?
Eliminate the off season for the skaters. When it snows here, we got a dope outdoor skate park. When it snows, we come here and we just skate here year round anyway. So,
Is there a sober living component as well?
Yeah.
Why is that important to you?
I quit drinking almost like 3 years ago. My dad's death was the result of drinking, and I just don't think it's a good thing. And I really encourage the youth not drink and live that healthy lifestyle, because on a skateboard you can do anything, man. Take you all over the world if you let it.
How hard was it to quit drinking, and especially with your peers probably still doing it? How hard was it to pull away and do that?
Well, it wasn't really hard. I just quit because just one day it was just too much for me, man, and just hanging over. I quit a month before I got in this building. That's what probably helped me, was building this place. In the future, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a dope ass kitchen in here, and we're gonna start eventually eating our traditional foods in here.
I love it. A lot of the reason that kids are into stuff is because they feel like they don't have many other options or things to do. But this is something.
Yep.
When is it open?
We're open from noon to 8, Monday through Fridays. We're gonna eventually have this place fully staffed, just running like a clock, man.
This is really cool what you're doing. You're a leader. People are gathering here. Youth have a place to come. What advice do you have for the youth out there?
Just keep following your dreams. If you think you can't do it, know that you can, and write it down, and don't give up. This place is known that there's nothing to do for kids here. And I would always say, where there's nothing, you can do anything.
Keep making moves, okay?
Kids, especially teenagers, tend to get in trouble if they don't have the right things guiding their path. So whether it's wrestling, skateboarding, chess club, anything that brings the kids in the right direction, I'm a fan of. And that's why I'm donating $1,000 to Kyle and his Ground Control skate park in Pine Ridge to keep leading the kids on the right path. If the mission of this skate park moves you, please consider donating as well.
We've seen a wide range of weapons on Pine Ridge. This is probably the most crazy one so far.
Right here. Right here.
Have you had to use that before?
Yup.
On a person?
Yup.
I probably can't ask any more questions than that, huh?
Nope.
Self-defense. Self-defense?
Chop them up, feed them to the Badlands. No,
do a lot of people go missing in the Badlands?
Yeah, people disappear there.
2 miles outside of Pine Ridge Reservation and just across the border of Nebraska is the town of White Clay, a place with 4 liquor stores and a population of 8. This town has one purpose and one purpose only: to sell alcohol to the Lakota people. At its peak in 2010, nearly 5 million cans of beer were sold through these 4 liquor stores,
leading people to call this situation a liquid genocide. In April of 2017, due to high pressure from Native activists, Nebraska's Liquor Control Commission refused to renew the licenses for these 4 stores, effectively shutting them down. This has led White Clay to be the ghost town that you now see today.
This place used to be the liquor store. I used to come here when I was like 15, 16 years old, and used to be able to buy and stuff too.
You have a fake ID?
No, they never carded me.
They just sell that. Sell to anyone, actually.
Are we in Nebraska right now?
Yeah, we are.
So that's the loophole. We go across state lines, people buy their alcohol and they drive back.
Yeah. Not even a mile.
Just making it a dry county work.
It made the highways more dangerous. Before you used to have to come here, get your liquor and go. Now you're going this way to get your liquor, out that way. It makes the roads more dangerous. More people driving drunk. The bottom line is here, poverty, no opportunities. That's what I believe it is. They're hurting. They're trying to kill the pain.
So alcohol's a way to numb the pain. Yeah. Is this a hard place to be a dreamer?
Yeah, it is.
Hard to make it out. There's only a few that make it out.
Faith dies at a young age, so for everyone.
A kid on the res wanted a ride home, so we drove him to his place. This is what we encountered. Okay, so where are you taking us though? Oh, it's good. What you doing?
I'm going to get my shot. Go get it?
Yeah, I grabbed it earlier. Going to go get his blade.
I can't imagine growing up here. A lot of stuff we couldn't show you on camera, like the amount of guns amongst youth. Like I'm talking young kids, like middle school, young high school kids. The amount of drugs and alcohol in the area. Like how easy it is to find alcohol. To me, I just don't see many leaders for the youth. Like they say they don't have stuff to do, but like there's basketball courts, there's skate parks, there's indoor and outdoor skate parks. Like you do at some point have to be responsible for the decisions you make. But as a kid, you do need guidance, and I see a lot of that missing. And I really see that in a lot of the tough places we go. Looking at places like this, it is a little bit demoralizing and depressing. I see a lot of potential here, but I also see a lot of hurdles to overcome. So we're getting out of here before sundown, and we met a 15 and a 13-year-old kid that were on their way to go get their guns. So I'm guessing the nighttime around here is something that just isn't worth seeing. Shortly after we left, one of these kids got stabbed 9 times by a rival gang member. He survived, but had to be hospitalized for a few days. It's a stark reminder of how rampant the violence is in the area. I didn't realize that the murder here is absolutely rampant. How many people have we seen wearing a t-shirt of their killed family member?
I think
that's like the most common t-shirt we've seen. It's either like a Nike t-shirt or it's someone's family member on a shirt. We're going to Lakota Tech High School next. We were invited by a teacher there to come by, and we're going to talk to a principal as well. But today is a very special day in town. It is the day of prom. Hello.
Hello.
I'm Tommy.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. It's prom night tonight.
Yes.
You excited?
Yeah, very excited. I gotta go get dressed.
Oh, okay. So we're in a learning institution. First, maybe we teach the people what are some Lakota words that they can learn for back home.
The first thing in the morning is Hihani Wash Day. It's just a good morning.
Hihani Wash Day.
Hihani Wash Day.
Okay.
I think if somebody asks you, we eat a lot, so like if you like the food, you're gonna say it's wash day.
Wash day.
It's good.
It's good?
Yeah.
Okay.
When we say goodbye to each other, we never say goodbye. In the spirit world, we believe that we see each other again. So
Okay.
it's Doksha Ake.
Doksha Ake.
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 Uh-huh.
And that means I'll see you again?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a translation for this, but big dogs gotta eat.
There might be. This is Otto Cooney.
Otto Cooney.
Nice to
He's
meet
our
you.
Lakota language teachers.
Is there a translation for the term big dogs gotta eat?
Big dogs gotta eat. Shunka tanka yatinkte hecha.
Big dogs gotta eat. What is it like being a principal in 2024?
It is challenging.
Yeah.
Students are coming, especially after COVID, with a lot of diverse needs. And not just students, teachers too. I feel like I'm helping support teachers learn how to teach again in person, to be engaging with students, giving students hands-on experiences, you know, because when they were learning at home,
Everything was through a screen.
Everything was through a screen.
It's hard to learn through a screen.
Yeah.
Is dropout something that you have to contend with?
Yes, we do have a high dropout rate. I just looked at some of our data with our 9th graders. They are the largest population of dropouts. And so I just sat in a meeting yesterday with some of our district leaders and some of the state consultants to try to figure out how we can wrap around services and prevent some of the dropouts
What
that
do you
happen.
do when a kid decides not to come to school?
So it's phone calls home to parents, it's meeting with those students and parents trying to figure out what the obstacles are and why they're not coming. We do report truancy, but the courts are so backlogged and they don't have the infrastructure to like have follow through with that.
I noticed, because I do a lot of stuff across America, there's a lot of young kids that are really getting into rap culture, and what they're kind of idolizing doesn't usually lead to success. It usually leads to prison or death or shootouts. How do you contend with that?
I don't know, that's tough. Because me, like as a teacher, this is my 6th year teaching, and I was a kid that hated education. You know, it's just like the product of their environment is a lot tougher, so it's just hard to compete with that. You can give them all the motivational words and everything in the world, but you know, it's them doing their part too, the family doing their part too.
Yeah. We talked to one of the advocates for prison reform and incarceration, and he said that about 7 out of 10 men are frequently in jail or in and out of jail. And that means there's a lot of men not in the household. Do you think that's part of the recipe? If there was more responsible men in a household, that things would be a lot different?
Yeah, a lot more structure. Our parents are both in the Wounded Knee occupation of 73, and so their minds were, you know, tough love type thing. I just celebrated 35 years of sobriety last March.
You 35 years?
Yeah, I just turned 35. So I've never like done drugs.
That's amazing.
It was tough at first, the peer pressure. Drink, smoke. But I promised my grandma before she died that I would never do that.
You talked earlier about, you know, our dropout rates and stuff. One of the things that I try to tell my students is that no matter what you go down, you can always stop and make a different choice.
Yeah.
I was a high school dropout.
Yeah. What a great story for the principal.
Right. Yeah. I got my GED at 16. I got a job. You know, I was still able to go to college, got my 4-year degree, became a teacher, taught, still able to go get my master's, and now I'm the principal of a high school. So it's never too late to do something else different. And we all have a reason why our road goes this way, that way, or the other. But it takes having people. I'm here because I had people that believed in me, saw something in me that I didn't see in myself at the time.
Yeah. We left Lakota Tech High School and drove up to see the Wounded Knee Memorial. This site is hugely significant in Native American history, and I wanted to see it for myself. This is what we encountered.
Good morning. Morning.
Hey, we're gonna pull up there. So we're okay.
20 for this one?
No, thank you. Do you hear me?
Do you hear me?
Yeah. Watch out, we're gonna pull away, okay? I bet he's gonna follow us, which is fine, but it's gonna be hard to appreciate the history of the place when a meth head is trying to sell you something.
Local artist, I make arts and crafts. I'm trying to get some gas money, and I was wondering if you guys would be interested in any crafts.
Yeah.
If not, I take donations too.
We're gonna take some time to appreciate the history here, okay?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna give you the history of this place. This was the site of the massacre. The origin of Pine Ridge begins with treachery and brutality by the US government. After years of massacres and being starved into submission, the Lakota people signed the Treaty of Fort Laramie in 1868 and moved onto the reservation. In 1890, the deadliest mass shooting in American history occurred at Wounded Knee, where over 300 Lakota were killed by the United States Army and buried in a mass grave. They were machine gunned down because they refused to be disarmed in an era in which guns were vital for hunting and defending their land. The Lakota were initially promised a 60 million acre reservation. However, once valuable resources were discovered on this land, the US government went back on their treaty. They passed the General Allotment Act of 1887 and the 1906 Burke Act, and these acts took millions of acres away from Pine Ridge. Today, Pine Ridge stands at 2.1 million acres, just 1/130th of its original size. This chapter of Native history also saw systematic crushing of Native culture. The Indian Appropriation Act of 1851 led to Native children being taken from their homes and forced into boarding schools where their language and culture were banned. In these schools, they were beaten by nuns and priests if they attempted to express their heritage. When Pine Ridge residents speak about the impact of generational trauma on the living conditions of today, it's crucial to remember the history of how Pine Ridge came to be. There's obviously some very deep trauma in this area. People who are struggling really with addiction, but there's a guy, some people that are struggling, I'm sure, with meth and other things that are getting very close to us and very like threatening. We've been a lot of different places in this country. Some of these conditions is unlike anything I think we've ever seen before. And the thing is, when you visit a place like this, is you never know what the answer is. I certainly think there are answers, but I think nothing is gonna happen overnight. How do you change people's actions? And then when you look at the youth who are gonna be taking over and you see what they're doing, it's like, oh, how did it not get worse? And what will it take for those kids to be engaged and excited and creative and using their juices for something worthwhile? Because man, the youth is worth so much. The youth is everything. The youth is our future. We wanted to learn more about the alcohol bootlegging, so we went to a remote part of the reservation and tapped with some people that could tell us more. Here's what we learned. This place is, I think it almost looks worse than Pine Ridge. What's going on?
What up?
Can you tell us about you're used to be in the game. What was it like?
I used to sell like coke, and like sell drugs too, and skips and stuff a little bit here and there just to get you by, whatever, you know. Usually down here, like there's no jobs down here. A lot of people do it, like almost probably every fucking house does it. But they're so like sketched out and everything, like, because if you get caught down here with it and you have it on you, then putting yourself at risk to go 5 to 10, you know?
5 to 10 years for that?
For alcohol.
Does that seem like too many years?
Drugs, yeah, that's very
severe punishment.
And you have to do over 80% when it's federal, because it's a federally recognized tribe.
People do this for basically like profit. We're talking what, $100 to $200 a day? What do you think the average person selling skips makes in a day?
Anywhere from $10 to about $200 a day.
And all that at the risk of 5 to 10 years of prison.
So we found a bamboozle pipe.
Oh, like messed with? Yeah.
What you do is just put half full of water in it, a little bit of alcohol, and then like a little bit of it will be vodka.
Does that still get somebody drunk?
This is a bamboozle. You can tell it's fake because it's not going to hit it like that as well as it'll go up as well.
So do people get mad when they get fake stuff?
Sometimes they don't even know.
One time, I don't know what it was, but we bought a pint like that, and we only drank one, and it got us like drunk or whatever, but then our insides start shaking because it was mixed with something.
What do you think it was mixed with?
I don't know, probably hand sanitizer or something.
That can fuck somebody up.
Yeah, you could literally feel your liver shaking. Like
what's a hangover like on one of these pints?
Like a real bad headache, and probably your insides like shaking and stuff because it's like trying to process the amount of alcohol.
I spoke with 2 alcohol bootleggers to learn more about the business, why they do it, the impact on the community, and what they thought about it. Here's what they said. So fellas, we're talking about the business of bootlegging. How common is it on the res? Like, if I wanted to find alcohol, if I wanted to go to a bootlegger, like how many people do I have to choose from, you think?
Depends on the housing, whatever housing you go to, each district. There's some people you can go to. If it's in a water bottle, you don't know what they might put in there or whatever, so it's best if you buy it store-bought. So
do a lot of people cut it with shit?
They usually put Lysol or whatever in there. Then
Lysol? Wow. What happens when you drink Lysol?
Honestly, Lysol is gonna make you feel ugly, feel stomach sick. Then that's the point where you have to call the ambulance. Then they take you in.
Is that where they pump your stomach?
Yeah.
What attracts people to the liquor when it makes them feel so bad?
Whenever they're usually hanging over, sick, or something like that, then they go back to it, so that way they could cure it instead of going to the hospital.
So that's why it's such a vicious cycle, because the only way to cure the hangover is to drink more. Let's learn about the lingo. So what's bamboozle mean?
Means it's laced or like either that, like mixed with Lysol, either hand sanitizer or something like that.
What percentage of bottles you buy, pints you buy, they're also called skips, right?
Yeah. What percentage of skips
out there are laced?
It's gotta be between 50-50 sometimes too, you know. Depends on who you buy it from.
So like this res is very spread out. You can go some miles without seeing anything, and then you see like little pockets of housing. Does that mean there's a lot of people drunk driving to go back and forth when they get their liquor?
Yeah. Most likely, yeah.
How common is it for someone to have a DUI around here?
It's probably about like 40-60%.
40 to 60%?
Yeah.
The first 2 are misdemeanor, right?
Yeah. Third one is automatic, yeah.
So we got a bottle of vodka here, Kharkov. How much can you buy this for?
$12.
And once you flip it, what can you make up?
You can make about like $35.
What was the most you guys have ever made in a night selling this stuff?
So if you buy a box of that, that'll cost $75, then you can flip it for about almost $200.
Okay, and is that a big night?
Yeah.
Are there undercovers?
Yeah, there's undercovers on there. Yeah.
How serious, like this much alcohol, what's the punishment for getting caught with this?
Usually
as you can tell by how quick we were to turn the lights off, I know there's some punishment that's with this, but what if we get caught with this, how bad is it?
That'll be like 3 days at least.
3 days in jail?
Yeah.
Can people go to prison for this stuff?
It ain't that hard. If you're selling the meth or whatever around here, then you can go to prison. But
is it fair to say, because I've heard unemployment rates can be up to 85 to 90% around here. Is that what you guys have heard?
Yeah.
Does that sound like a crazy number to you guys? That's huge. This is a common way that if families are just trying to eat, pay the electric bill, this is what they do.
Yeah, that's what they sell. That's what bullying causes, because they're short on money and stuff like that. They choose to sell that.
So do you think alcohol should be legal on the res?
I mean, honestly, it's hard to say because like there's too many people dying from cirrhosis.
That's the liver failure, the kidney failure. Obviously making it illegal doesn't work. People still are getting it, and it's almost worse because instead of drinking maybe a light beer where you can have a few of them before you really start to feel it.
People around here, they don't like drinking beer because it doesn't get them drunk, so they turn to this hard liquor. They want that hard kick right away, so they choose just cark off.
So if you could snap your fingers and you could just be sober without the pain of getting sober, if I could say, hey, you're sober 1 year and you feel like it, what would you do with that opportunity?
I'd rather sober myself up, get a job, get my GED.
What job would you think you want to do?
You want to be like a yard worker. You just go from yard to yard, help people out.
Hell yeah. Any idea on your end?
Try to get all my priorities back there, you know? Try to save up, high school, college or something.
Because there's free college, right?
Yeah.
But tell me about the process of flipping this into pints. How does that work?
So basically, 1 water bottle will equal up to this much.
Okay.
Then you can make about like...
Do you stretch it at all?
Yeah, sometimes you fill it up right there.
And how many pints can this make you?
About 3.5. When you hear that, you know it's store-bought.
If you get jail for doing this, do you feel like you deserve that, or do you feel like that's an unreasonable punishment?
I mean, honestly, it's like if your family is struggling, then if you need to, then if you need the money, you could flip this for the price of 12. You could flip it for like $40 or something like that.
Well, fellas, I know you shared your stories that it was risky to do this, and I appreciate learning about this, and I think this is important to educate people out there. So any final thoughts?
Just hope that everyone out there, if you guys are doing this, just know, just take it easy. You guys, if you're struggling, we understand. We're doing the same thing.
So what's the way out? What's the way forward, fellas?
Way forward is sobriety, getting the money up the right way.
Thank you, fellas. I wish you guys the best on your path, okay? Thank you guys for tuning in. A reminder to donate to Kyle in the skate park. The link is in the description. We'll see you guys next week. Folks, hope you enjoyed this episode. You want to watch another? Here. You want to subscribe? Over here. See you next week.